What's going on, Guardians? My name is the Black Link, and it's finally time! Today is July 31st, 2018, and that means that the Destiny 2 summer event, the Solstice of Heroes, has finally arrived. That's right, when you log into Destiny 2 today, you will be greeted with this screen, the Solstice of Heroes. You can now go for that 400 power level gear. Ikora has found relics of your memory, claim them and reforge them into something more powerful. Visit the Tower Solstice of Heroes Memorial to retrace the steps of all Guardians who wielded the light to defeat the Red Legion. Now, alongside this event, of course, Moments of Triumph are also now live. You can go in, if you've completed all the previously available Moments of Triumph, you can finally turn those in and start getting some of the rewards that are available for them. And we've got a new thing called the Elemental Boon. During the Solstice of Heroes event, Elemental Orbs will provide stacking damage modifiers in select activities. Equip your Solstice of Heroes armor set to channel this blessing. That's going to be something we get into in just a little bit. But alright, let's go ahead and just dive right on into this. Log into the game, head into the tower, and you'll notice a lot of things have changed. When you hit the tower, you'll see the brand new Solstice of Heroes monument towards the very front. Head up to it, activate it, and then get ready for a pretty special treat. Starting this quest off will take you to a new social space inside of the tower, complete with Ikora Rey voiceovers and a callback to the old Destiny 1 theme. Seriously, this is awesome. I love when Bungie does this kind of stuff. We're getting kind of a little bit more of a look at the inside of the last city, or at least part of it. This is a great little area you can kind of go around and explore in, but you'll need to make your way over to Ikora Rey, who will task you with your first Redux mission. If you don't know, Solstice of Heroes is all about celebrating our past and our time as Guardians in Destiny 2. So, once you're here, go ahead and make your way over to Ikora Rey, and she'll send you off on the first of the 5 Redux redone story missions that you'll be tackling. Homecoming, our very first quest in Destiny 2. She'll send you on a new version of this old story mission that's got quite a few changes added in. It'll have different enemies, some new bosses, and even a different ending, where instead of getting booted off the tower by Gaul, you're going to fight a brand new Cabal enemy within the Turbine Room. And there's also some pretty interesting stuff about this story mission outside of the changes to the enemies that you'll be facing. In particular, for the Homecoming mission, there will be several points in which power ammo will just be sitting around waiting for you to grab it, meaning you can go through most of these story missions with a healthy amount of power weapon ammo. Anyways, once you've made your way through the Homecoming mission and taken out the final boss at the end, you'll be teleported back to the main part of the tower. Once you've loaded back in, head back to the memorial and you will receive this, the new Broken Armor Set. This is a great reference back to the original armor set we as Guardians had in Destiny 1. It will be a set of uncommon green gear at power level 200, and it'll have that shattered look from the beginning of the game. This is the base set that you're going to be upgrading into power level 400 gear over the course of the Solstice of Heroes. And if you take a look at it, you'll see specific challenges tied to each piece of gear. And of course, these challenges are what you'll be completing in order to upgrade the armor itself. Each piece of gear is different. It's going to require that you run a different story mission and complete other objectives out in the world. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the requirements to update the gear. For the helmet, you'll need to complete the Sparks Redux mission, get super kills in the Crucible, and defeat Guardians in the Crucible. And of course, you can also generate elemental orbs by wearing the full Solstice armor set during the Solstice of Heroes event. For the gauntlets, you'll need to complete the Homecoming Redux mission, collect Arc Orbs and Strikes, and complete a meditation for Ikora. For the Scorched chest piece, you'll need to complete the Chosen Redux mission, collect Solar Orbs, and complete Heroic Public Events. You'll need about 10 Heroic Public Event completions. Next up for the boots, you'll need to complete the 1AU Redux mission, collect Void Orbs on Earth, and defeat mini-bosses. Mini-bosses, I'm assuming, refer to any major and ultra that you can find out in patrols, on public missions, or really anything like that. Finally, for the class item, you'll need to complete the Payback Redux mission, collect Void Orbs, and complete 10 patrols. And of course, completing all of that will upgrade the Scorched armor set into the next version, which will presumably have a higher base power level, and will of course have its own set of challenges that you'll need to complete in order to upgrade that into the Legendary armor set. But there we go, Guardians. That's how you can start off the Solstice of Heroes. Now, it's not the only thing we're going to talk about today, because of course we've got a bunch of brand new stuff, like some of the Moment of Triumph rewards. We've got some new emblems. We've got the new Right Choice Ghost, which looks amazing if you ask me. I love the white and gold trim on this thing. These are all, of course, rewards for completing Moments of Triumph, which we'll get into in just a second. Of course, if you reach 250 points, you can get your Moments of Triumph t-shirt from the Bungie store. Next up, we've got the Comrade in Arms Sparrow. This is just like the Ghost. It's got that white and gold trim. You can get that for reaching 300 points with your Moments of Triumph. And then we've got the Eternally Triumphant emblem for reaching 400 points with your Moments of Triumph. And finally, for completing the Solstice of Heroes legendary armor for all three classes, so for your Hunter, for your Warlock, and for your Titan, if you've got all three, you can get the exotic ship, the Estival Excursion. This is a really awesome looking new ship. It's a completely unique model throughout Destiny 2. And it's definitely something I'm going to be grinding for across all three of my characters over the next couple of weeks while the Solstice of Heroes is active. But alright, there we go. That's it for the rewards you can get for completing Moments of Triumph and for participating within the Solstice of Heroes. Now, what's this underneath here? Well, these are the Moments of Triumph themselves. If you go through the list, you can actually probably see that most of you, if you've been playing Destiny 2 for a while, certainly if you've been playing since the game came out, you've probably got a lot of these already done. We talked a bit about this in previous videos. You could head over to Bungie's internal website and see what Moments of Triumph you had yet to complete. And now you can do that in-game. Picking these up will add them to your Pursuits menu, where you can then check your progress on them and, of course, turn them in if you've already got them completed. Completing each one of these will get you a set amount of points towards your Moments of Triumph, which, of course, will allow you to get the rewards that we just discussed. As you can see here, I've already got a large number of these done just from generally playing Destiny 2 since its release. But each of these will have unique challenges that are generally pretty self-explanatory. We don't have to spend too much time there. Some of them are challenges like completing the main campaign, completing Warmind, completing Curse of Osiris. Others are stuff like completing heroic adventures and stuff like that. But anyways, once you've picked them up, they'll be here in your Pursuit tab where you can go ahead and start redeeming them for points. So get out into the world, get these done, and start earning your Moments of Triumph. Now, there's one last thing we've got to cover in this video, and that is, of course, Eververse. That's going to show up as part of your milestone quest for this week, and you've got some brand new stuff sitting over at Tess Everest that you need to take a look at. But before we do that, we're going to take a quick look at where exactly you can go to start up these Redux story missions. Now, these are going to be tied to statues that are all around the tower here. You'll see these statues marked with the Roman numerals showing you the order of the missions. You don't have to do them in any particular order. You can just pick whichever one you want. There's Homecoming for number 1. Number 2, we've got Spark. This is the mission where you get your light back from that Spark of the Traveler. Easily one of my faves in Destiny 2. Over here in the back, we've got number 5, the Chosen mission, where you take down Gaul and end the Red Legion. On the other side, for number 4, we've got the mission 1AU, where you take on the Almighty in front of the sun. And then, of course, mission number 3 is Payback, where you get to ride in that awesome tank and destroy everything in sight. These are the statues you'll be going to. And by the way, I am man enough to say this. I 100% thought this was going to be a time-gated thing where you could only do one story mission maybe a week, and they'd use that to pad out to Forsaken. Nope, you can do any of these in any order whenever you want, so good on Bungie for that. Alright, now moving over to the Solstice Engram. We've got some brand new stuff like the fishing emote, so if you want to be a master baiter of fish, there you go. You can go ahead and just whip that thing out and do what you do while you're doing it. Next up, we've got the festival dance. Very, very energetic from what we're seeing here. Looks great with the tattered Warlock cloak. And then we've got some new ornaments. For the Sturm, we've got the Sudden Squall ornament. Looks pretty good. Next up, for the Suros regime, we've got the Gray Nitrite. It looks like a specific shader. I can't think of its name right now. After that, for the Jade Rabbit, we've got the Raging Lepus. Going with a red and black theme there, not too bad. And then for the Merciless, we have the Beach Header 6. Not too bad at all. After that, we've got some brand new exotic sparrows. The Grey Hornet, this is the motorcycle sparrow that I guarantee you everybody wants and everybody will hopefully get from these silly engrams. And then we've got the Blacklight Razor, so if you want to feel like you're coming straight out of Tron, you can roll around on this bad boy. Next up, we've got two exotic ghosts. We've got the Predator Sunshell, probably the coolest looking ghost shell in the game. I mean, I kind of wish the sun blades would spin, but we'll take whatever we can get here. And then, after that, we've got another brand new ghost shell that's actually for sale this week from Eververse if you want to buy it. The Archipelago Pitch. Very blue, very nice. I like it. Add to that, of course, we got a brand new legendary ghost shell, the Skyfire North shell. It's kind of a redone version of the OG ghost shell from D2. Doesn't look too bad at all. And then we've got some of the armor glows. These are the glows that you'll be able to apply to your Solstice of Heroes armor after you fully upgraded it to its legendary form. It's going to work kind of like Chroma did back in Destiny 1, you know, where you could get certain Chroma gear and then turn those Chromas on and like you would shine a certain color. Well, from Eververse you can get the solar variant of these, the sunlit class item glow or the sunlit armor glow from these Eververse packages. Based on the qualifying name there, I assume there's going to be multiple colors that you can set your Guardian to glow with. Maybe just one for each of the 3 main elements. We'll see if there's anything beyond that. But alright Guardians, there you go. That's pretty much it for the Solstice of Heroes. We will be making additional guides as we learn more and more about this summer event, so make sure you're staying tuned to the channel. But for right now, I'm diving on in so I can go ahead and start getting this armor set leveled up. That's it for this one, Guardians. Be sure to leave me your thoughts on the Solstice of Heroes down in the comment section below. How do you feel about this summer event? And are you going to be grinding for that exotic ship? Gonna have to get all 3 legendary Solstice of Heroes armor sets on all 3 main classes. Good luck with that, Guardians. But that's it for this one. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, feel free to drop a like. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with all the latest stuff we're putting out. But I'm out for now. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I am the Black Link. You Guardians, stay frosty.